Hi, Dog Chapman here again with and from Agents of Recovery. Our job is to help you get to a center that's going to help you get off the dope. So one of the centers that we recommend and that we approve, this is Dog and I approve this message. One of the young guys that have this center is with me here today. Dana, introduce yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Dana McMahon, and I am with Your Second Chance Recovery, the founder. We are based out of Delray Beach, Florida, and we are a men's treatment center based on spiritual beliefs and clinical beliefs and merging them together.
Wow, that's good. So a lot of rehab centers are going up across the country right now, and about 1 out of 20 are making it.
Yeah.
Because you have to know what you're doing to be in that rehab center. Why do you, because you're really young, okay, so we're already skeptical. Are you married?
No, engaged.
Okay, where's she at? With you?
Yes.
Okay, good. So why do you think, or why do you know that why are you in this business? What happened?
So I'm a recovered heroin addict myself,
really?
And I've been in and out of institutions my whole life, from jail, prison to 30 plus treatment centers. Been through the ringer, and I got sick and tired of seeing the same thing, going to different treatment centers and the same cookie cutter approach, and very much lack of personability between people, right? And a lot of times you see the same thing. Let's talk about our feelings. We all have feelings. That's very obvious, right? And when we're drug addicts and mess, our feelings are all over the place. But what do I do with them? What is my solution to the problem? And how am I going to sustain a better life and become happy?
So let me, in a nutshell. So I know I've been 40 years, hunting the bad guys and have put a lot of people in rehabs. Mm-hmm. And 40 years ago is not like it is today. So the real good guys, some of my friends, as a matter of fact, one of my old Devil's Disciple brothers, Paul Thompson, just retired after 37 years from Pier 1 in Denver, Colorado, one of the biggest treatment centers in America. He was the coordinator, okay?
Okay.
And I don't want to say I put him in there, but I put him in jail to get help. So the best I've ever found rehab centers and teachers that are in there, okay, no matter what the center is and what's it called, Betty Ford Clinic, whatever, when you go in, it depends on the teachers or the people that surround you, the people in authority. What do they know that I don't know? What are they going to teach me? The best I've found is people that have been there, done that kind of thing, okay?
Correct.
So that's really good. I met a guy the other day that never been to rehab, never done drugs, never done nothing. I just never done nothing but wave and see you goodbye. See you later. No, how do you know, bro?
Yeah.
I mean, you read it? You know, there's no book to teach us.
Yeah.
So very young, but now it takes money to be able to put the rehab up, right?
Absolutely.
And so did you hit a jackpot or what?
No.
Did you scratch the lottery?
No, I wish. It would have been a lot easier.
Right. And we don't sell lottery tickets where I'm from.
No.
Hawaii, no. Colorado, they do. So
yeah, no. My mom has mainly been the primary financier of this, and and her mission of that is because she not only believes in me and what we're doing, but she believes in the process, and I drug her through the mud.
Right.
I mean, my mom didn't sleep for 20 years. because of my addiction, and then her father was an alcoholic. My father died of alcoholism.
Sorry.
Thank you, and she's been through it, and she's seen it, and she was very much involved with trying to help me get sober and sending me to all these places and treatment centers and wilderness programs. I mean, I went through it all.
Right.
And her thing was the same thing. Was like, if we're gonna do this, if I'm gonna help you, we need to be different. We need to be more intimate. We need to be more. We need to oversee long term. Because my common thing was, I would go to rehab and I'd be the best rehabber.
Right. You're good at.
Yeah.
Right.
I would speak the language. I would talk about my stuff and.
Because after 6 times you memorized.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But I had no idea how to live when I left. None.
Oh, when you get out and go get a job.
I didn't know how to do that. I sold drugs and I did them. That's all I knew how to do.
So then when one of my friends comes into your rehab, stays how long? Let's go through the basic.
Typically, we'd like them to be there 90 days, but it's on a 30-day basis. So you sign up for 30 days at a time.
And then every 30, you take like a test to see how you're doing, right?
Well, not a test, but more,
you can tell.
more like, we kind of as a team, as our staff kind of gets together and says, is this guy ready? Is this guy ready to take the next level? And usually that's what makes us different too, is we have our own aftercare and our own sober living. So we're overseeing everything. And we want to have them under our care, so to speak, for a year. They'd be at our facility for 90 days. But the halfway process, getting the job, life skills, all that stuff.
So they do the 90 days, learn how to say no, basically. We're not going to give away secrets. And then, today we leave. You get a graduation notice, probably trophy, and then you go where in the newspaper looking for house for rent.
No, so then
you gotta listen. I've seen a lot of these. What happens when you graduate?
So when
that day, what do they do?
We transition them to our sober living, which is down the road.
So what's you run them down there like Uber? What is transition?
We take them ourselves down to sober living in a van or in our cars. Does people know
that you're one of the guys who says in the van? Oh, there's a rehab guys.
No, it's actually, that's kind of, it's very different. We're not like, we're home, it's a big, beautiful home in Delray, and it's beautiful property, and you don't feel like you're in an institution.
So your people don't wear that orange jacket,
correct,
that vest, and have a black bag and pick up stuff on
honestly,
the highway
all our clients don't want to leave a lot of the times. Our clients love it, and they feel like they're at home. They're just with guys where they feel safe, and they're getting good advice and building good relationships, because that's really what it's about, is about building relationships.
Right. So transition. I like that. I transitioned a lot of people to jail. So you drive down the road, you pick them up, put them in like a halfway house. Let's get real. Okay?
Yeah.
We use bottles. We got street and alley smarts.
Absolutely.
So they go to the halfway house. When you go through the door, who's the warden there?
So we all are. So we have a property manager who lives there as well and kind of oversees, but we have a 24-hour staff on all properties.
Is there cameras in every corner of the hat?
In the main parts of the house.
It's like Big Brother, that TV show. Is there one in the bathroom?
No, not in the bathroom.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
And then you have boys.
That's a felony.
Yeah. Oh well, I know a lot of felons. It ain't nothing anymore. This government, you can 40 felonies before they sentence you.
Yeah.
So then you go, say it's a girl going in there. Is she going with other girls or guys?
So we're only men right now.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to once we
don't
just
let
started.
Francie know that. Sorry.
We would like to be able to have women as well, but we're starting with men. We're staying with men for right now.
So then, how long do you go without sex? If you're going to rehab, you gotta go without sex for a year.
Well, it's tough, man. That's part of the process.
No way. I'm not going. No,
that was
really.
a big part of the problem with me.
Listen, I got. I'll talk to you later, son. There's ways to solve problems. So, boy, they go in and stay virgin for what, 3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah,
Can we
tough.
figure something out?
Yeah.
I'd say something, but I can't. Okay, so they go in, they refrain, transportation and refraining. refrain from any kind of stuff like that. Well, they're getting well because
Yeah,
most guys
that's the mission.
I hope no girls are watching. Most guys that girls shut your stuff off. Most guys that are doing dope can't get it up anyway.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
know, you think you can.
So that's a big part of the problem is
when
when we do get sober, it's usually now it's turned on full swing, and that's a big part of the problem. And
full swing. That's a Texas saying.
That's one of the problems.
Everything's big in Texas. So, whoa, back up, doggy. So we go in, our girlfriend, a lot of men have a girlfriend that's doing the dope with them and or is trying to pray them out of it, right?
Yeah.
So the girlfriend stays in contact. Do you keep them incommunicado or cell phones? How do they communicate?
It's really case to case now because we have times where they're actually a good influence on them, where it is a good girl, and we like that because we want them to have all the support and family and love.
Pictures and here's
all
your
of
kids.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important and it's a motivational tool as well. Like, listen, I got a life to live and stay sober for. You know.
So
but we
go.
get someone who's a bad influence. Yeah, we try to sever that. Yeah.
So they go in the house. You get them a job. You keep them. Do they pay rent at that house?
Once they're in halfway, yeah. After they have finished
halfway house,
program.
they pay the rent inside. And it's like Big Brother, you know that TV show? Yeah, you know they offered Charlie Sheen $1 million to do that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they called me too, bro.
Did they?
It wasn't $1 million, but they said, listen,
it wasn't $1 million.
can you stay in this house for 12 days? I said, what? They said, yeah, it don't work. I go, listen, I was in prison for 18 months. Where do I sign up?
Yeah, right.
I don't give a dang, right? Well, you can't do this and that. I said, you couldn't do that for, did you get me 18 months? Where do I sign at? And England, because of my 3-year-old felony conviction, they wouldn't let me in.
Really?
Yeah. What the heck? So I missed that. Anyway, so you go to a Big Brother kind of atmosphere, right?
Yeah, it's very much peer. We're big believers in brotherly love. You know what I mean? One helping another, and being there for one another, and that's what I think is the most important in the treatment, is to be able to have that family-like atmosphere, and welcome you with open arms, and like, hey, you want to do this and you want to get better, just take my hand.
So
you
go through. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get my mind is spinning.
No problem.
When you get there, you get a job, you stay a year or so, you're good, you start paying rent or go back with your family. How many times a day do you check in with the rehab?
Well, we stay in contact with everyone throughout their time with us. We don't have like a set limit on day to day, but we like to know what their schedule's looking like, where they're going to be. We like to keep them plugged in with all people that have been sober for a long time. We want to connect them with the good people in sobriety that are really living the real life world of sobriety, and the real world. Correct.
I told you a lot of, like you have, a lot of guys that go through that successfully miss being there, and they become counselors and stay there.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Sure. I got 2 guys right now that have been with me for a year and a half that now work for us.
Yeah, they know what's going on. That's what we want. Is, a guy in prison, a guard's never been in jail. The guards, when I was a kid, would come up and go, "Yeah, I'm in here with you." I'd be like, "No, you ain't. You get to go home at 5 o'clock. You got to touch your old lady, pet your dog.
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't doing no time.
Exactly.
So, got people. I would be amazed, and of course, they can't back then. Is have a convict come in and be your guard. Hell, I'd love that.
I know.
No, but you know why? Because I know he knows.
He knows what it's like.
Yeah,
sure. And that's everything. And that's why all my staff is like that. And that was the crazy thing is how we started is that I wanted to tell you about. That was a pretty cool story. And you're going to talk to Dan here in a minute. But Dan was he was had a position at the place where I got sober at, and he's who I connected with the most to help me get sober.
So you brought your counselor with you, gave him a job.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
And he's my best friend today.
Oh, cool.
And we also have a couple other guys that are with that program that are working with us too. And it's a beautiful thing, and it's the same house that program was at.
Oh, is it really?
They went out they merged to another program, and we just so happened to work out that way. It was a beautiful story, and now here
very
we are.
Spiritual kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's supernatural kind of thing that good things happen.
Absolutely.
So then, how do we get a hold of you? Do you have my guy Scott? You get a hold of us?
Yeah. So Scott's a good friend, and we work closely with one another, and you can. And we're setting up a agentsofrecovery.com is where
agentsofrecovery.com.
Correct.
So they go to the website, they fill out a few questions, then you have a representative call them back, and it's all private. So, like for instance, okay, my friend calls his wife. He don't want his wife to know he's smoking crack. Okay. So he's on one of those days where he feels like getting healed, right?
Sure.
It's good to talk to someone who's been through it. So on that day, he takes a big hit, and he's like, man, I wish I could quit this stuff, because he's high. Man, I wish I could quit. Man, I wish I could stop. And he calls you. Now, he's hangs up and goes, oh, my God, what if my wife answers the phone? And the counselor calls and goes, hi, some crackhead called us and needs help. Right? She's like, sorry, you got the wrong number. No, it's Philip Johnson. Oh, my God. You're back to that crap again. No, how do you let's...
So they're going to fill out the form, and we're going to have it set up so that it's very private and secure, where they can call us, contact us however they would like to go forward.
So it's up to you. You know what to do.
Correct.
Okay, so the bottom line, ching, money. So insurance, cash, whoever supports, usually a family friend, I'm sure your mom helped pay some of your rehab. Did you pay her back yet?
That's what I'm working on.
Okay.
I'll be paying her back the rest of my life.
Is it a tax? Yes. Is it a tax write-off? If you have a friend or a sponsor, like churches will actually sponsor people to go into, the rehab. So is that a benefit, tax write-off for someone? If I, give somebody so much money to go do rehab, can I write that off my taxes?
I have no idea.
Scott, get your lawyer. So that's not real important. But it's kinda. I mean, you get.
Yeah. So I mean, there's different ways you can go about it. Our program is a cash based program, but we're trying to be. We are looking into taking insurance as well. We're actually in the process of doing that, so we'll be both.
Right.
But what's unique about our cash pay program is most cash pays are in the high 20,000s a month. Right. We're at an more affordable 9,000 a month.
Right, we'll cut that part, but
we can work with people, and it's more about helping people.
Finance, all this and that.
Yeah.
So credit cards accepted.
Of course.
So then, now again, I tell my fans, people that like me, and those that don't can change the channel. Scott and I have done this a long time, as far as rehabs are in right now. Okay. Rehab's going. Courts are not even giving bail. Here, crackhead, go to the rehab. One time. You don't show up, you keep going south, you're going north, prison.
Yeah.
So it's a thing right now that's happening in America. A lot of people don't understand nothing but Betty Ford Clinic. And I know you're too young to know who that is.
I know who it is.
Oh, do you? Okay. So that's all they got. Okay.
Right.
Or God bless them all, I know almost every one of the actors or the doctors or professionals on intervention. Okay. So we see the guy being stupid, doing whatever, drugs, alcohol. We see him go, they drop him off in a soccer van to the edge of the rehab. He goes in, and then you hear, Billy spent 6 months in rehab. Now he's back smoking crack. Or Billy's in rehab, he made it 6 months and he's got a job and doing really good, right? So I don't like the idea of a 6 month, 2 year course. I think that's bull. That's people just bleeding people for the money.
Correct.
I think a 90-day and reevaluation every 30
Absolutely.
is okay. And then, okay, so your guy, let's say another guy, I'm just giving scenarios that my people would ask or worry about before
Yeah,
they
sure.
sign up.
No,
So
absolutely.
my guy comes in, he does good, 30 days. You're like, oh my God, it's, Jesus got saved. He's all right. We're going to let you go, okay? He goes out, does something real stupid. So I go to smoking crack because everybody knows that. So he goes out, smokes more crack. He wants to call you so bad, but he feels so guilty
And ashamed and everything
and
else.
shame, and a shame will overcome you to get yourself fixed.
Absolutely.
So, do you have a department for backsliders? Is that a good way to say it?
Yeah, so we'll have an alumni,
Okay.
right, where our alumni keeps in touch with everybody on a weekly to monthly basis.
Okay.
Right, we're just check-ins and see how they're doing. Especially if like I said, we like them to transition to our halfway house afterwards.
Right.
So that way we're really involved with them still. But let's say someone has 3 kids and they got to get back and they got a job and a career, but they couldn't stay sober, so they came to us 30, 60 days and they're going home. Well, we like to stay in contact with them and be still a support system for
So
them.
so if you're going through there, like your partner, your brother, your homie, that's coming on next, you get close enough to a counselor where you could say, "Oh, John, man, I drank 3 shots of tequila last night.
100%.
Before I knew it, I was in the bathroom smoking that crack."
Well, 100%. I think it's imperative too. Is a lot of times what's different about us and what we do is we get on a personal basis with them and our experience. And one of the first things I do, like I've never been to a treatment center where an owner or the founder is having a conversation with me about how hard it was for them to stop putting a needle in their arm. Or how, right, like in real personal experiences.
Right,
Because
right.
I want you to be able to feel comfortable to say, like,
No.
I want to go shoot dope right now,
Right.
or
Where
I did
you know
shoot
what
dope.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. Well, a lot of, like I say, if you're, I'll put it like this: if you're a police officer, okay, and you're a felon, you get convicted of felony or any of that, you're done. You're out. Okay. I was convicted in '76. So I can't carry a gun. That's why I use non-lethal weapons. But I've tased over 1,000 men, right? So no one has ever arrested 8,000 people in their life. No cop ever in America. Ever will, never has. The reason I'm good at what I do because I have been there. Oh, he knows those guys. No, it ain't. Because each year they change their habits. They change everything. I just learn. But I know what I'm doing because I once was there.
Because you lived it.
Yeah, you can't. If you're okay, let's say it like this for girls and for a guy to understand. A lot of women that have never had a baby are. I don't want them in childbirth. I'd rather have a woman that is with my woman having a child.
Yeah.
How many kids you got? 3. Go in there, help her.
Right.
No, so I think that. The stigma like, oh, if you did drugs or you did this or that, you can't be that anymore, is gone and is leaving because the success rate of your facility is outstanding, okay? Compared to the 36 days, 91 days, oh, I was sober for 11 days. I've seen these and I get so upset when I put my guys in and like there's boys and girls, right? And they'll look at a girl. You'd be like, oh, she's getting clean, and you're like, ooh la la,
Yeah.
and you get thrown out.
Yeah.
No, they boot you.
Yeah.
And what they do then is it costs so much a month. You're booted out on the 11th.
Yeah.
You think they refund you from the 11th
Hell
to the
no.
31st?
Absolutely
11
not.
days is their magic number. Snake eyes.
Yeah.
No, it
I
is.
know it is.
Snake eyes, you lose. You're out.
Yeah,
And you're
I
like,
have personal
what'd you do with
experience.
the rest of 50,000? We put it in the bank.
Yeah.
No, there's some,
I have personal. My mother can tell you who you will meet here soon on a Zoom call too.
Oh, cool.
She wanted to chime in at some point today, and her thing is like she's been taken advantage of, but like where I was there for 4 days and I left. Or I got kicked out,
Right.
And she just spent $60,000 for me to be there.
yeah,
and
what a crock.
you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
And that, like I say, we get mad. That gets me upset.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank God I'm not like I used to be. I walk in there with a baseball bat. I wouldn't kill them, but I'd make them go to the hospital. But so good. So get a hold of us. We'll get a hold of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we keep score on everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your girlfriend, once you get married, when's that?
We haven't set a date yet.
Oh
actually.
my God, let me talk to her. So once you get married, then she'll be able to help you with the girls, right?
Yes, that's
Because
the
it's
goal.
better guys stay. It's better like this.
She's been in the industry a long time. And
Yeah?
Yeah. So and she's
Yeah.
also sober herself, and she's looking forward to being able to start.
Take some women and get that going.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
good. Because a lot of men. I always used to when I was young. Dog, what if you could have anything you wanted? What would you want to be? And I said, I want to be a guard in a women's prison.
Of course. What do you do?
Yeah, and I'm like, they'd be like, why? Duh. It's like I chased a guy in New York, these two creeps, a few years ago, right? And the girl was a girl in a guy's prison. And, of course, one of them's buddied up to her. She snuck him in. She snuck him in hacksaws and blades and torches. Is my old lady here? And is she out there, Francie? Oh, good. Okay, good. Anyway, so she snuck all this stuff into him. They broke out. Two cop killers, pure scum. Okay, so really scum. One's dead now. They shot him in the field. The other one's somewhere ratting. But so mixing, no matter who you are, even if you're a gay guy or gay girl and you're in there, it ain't gonna work.
No.
No worky. You think I'm letting my daughter, who's 20-something, I got them babies from 21, 2 is Bonnie, till 100 is one of them. But I don't want him going into rehab with a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
I don't want him going in there with guy counselors because they'd be like, oh, she's straight now. You know, I don't dig that. And I don't want my sons, we're get them, son. You'll see.
Yeah.
But we're different with our boys than we are girls.
Sure.
So that's good that you keep it separate.
It has to be separate.
Yeah, it's good.
Because it's
they
too
don't
much
do
of a
that.
distraction.
My friend Dr. Oz asked me the other day, do I know of a good rehab? Now I do. So see you later. Good luck. So I'm going to come down there and visit.
Yeah.
And we're going to have
tomorrow.
footage. Tomorrow?
Yeah,
we're going to take footage of that visit.
Absolutely.
Where people, I would like to do with Scott too, my partner, but I like to do, when we do take calls, right? Mm-hmm. People call in, you should be there present because that would be cool how we ask and keep it's right now. The main thing is it a secret? Is it a secret? Well, we don't put an umbrella over you and run you to the van from the door to Starbucks, right? But it's confidential. That's what I like.
No, absolutely. And I will be answering a lot of those calls.
Good. All right.
Absolutely.
Nice to meet you. God
Nice
bless.
to meet you
Aloha.
too.
Thank you.
God bless you.